3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 1078. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support as well as your presence during this reading. I feel that the number 111 could be significant for somebody. The way that I interpret this number is it means trusting yourself, and sometimes believing in yourself, if you feel like you have to have faith in yourself to trust yourself. It's possible you could know more than you give yourself credit for. You could notice more, pick up on more, be aware of more than you give yourself credit for. When interpreting the number 1078, we start with the number 1. We already just talked about what that meant. Trusting in yourself and believing in yourself. So pay attention to what your intuition is trying to tell you, where it's trying to guide you, and if you don't know what your intuition is trying to tell you, maybe there's something here that you need to heal from that makes you doubt yourself and your own feelings. Maybe there are some feelings here that you have, intuitive or emotional, that need to be validated by you, yourself. With the number 0, this can be about recurring themes or patterns, either in spiritual communication with signs, messages, synchronicities, or in your own experiences with the way that things align. No matter where you could be noticing these patterns or these recurring themes, pay attention to them. Of course, only if it resonates. The other way that I interpret the number 0 is a reminder or confirmation to know when to put yourself first, the relationship with yourself first. Know when to have self-respect, whether it's respecting your own feelings, your own perspectives, your own decisions, etc. Know when to choose self-respect over self-neglect. With the number 7, this number is about expanding your awareness and your consciousness, becoming wiser, more awake, and really understanding the deeper meaning within yourself and your own existence and what's going on with the people around you and just in the world. It's important that you understand, in my opinion, how deep our problems go. Our troubles, our pain, our psychology, our decisions. And I'm speaking more in reference to the bad in the world, the darkness. It's so deep that it's spiritual. That's what I believe. And with things coming to light, as of late, I feel like a lot of people are starting to believe that. And this could either be confirmation or direction for you. Maybe there's something here that you're focused on that the universe, your spirit guides, maybe even ancestors don't want you to be focused on. Like, it feels like it's not as important as your own well-being or the impact that you have with the collective. And I'm saying more things like maybe materialistic things, crying over spilled milk, things like that. It feels like there's distractions here that the universe and your spirit guides don't want you to pay attention to, that keep you distracted from seeing the truth. What kind of truth? Maybe of who you are, what's going on in the world, both. It really depends on, your own context and how this general reading resonates for you. But be open to healing and learning so you can become more aware and conscious and see things more clearly and make better decisions. And that's not isolated towards you. That's a general message. We're all in this together, as they say on High School Musical, that movie, that silly movie. Maybe there's something significant here about high school that you're noticing, or that is somehow relevant to you. Or Hollywood could be significant too. Could be confirmation for somebody who is noticing something. Let's go ahead and move on to the number 8, which is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. I kind of feel like 7 and 8 kind of go hand in hand. Like, you lose something or someone, and then you heal from that loss, and hopefully come to the conclusion that that loss happened for a reason. It meant something. And if you don't know what it means for you, you either haven't assigned a meaning yet, or the universe hasn't shown you yet because you're not ready to see it. You haven't given yourself permission to see it. Denying yourself the ability to heal is denying yourself the ability to see. And I think I'll leave that at that. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 7 is 8. And 8 plus 8 is 16, 1 plus 6 is 7. My favorite number, apparently, as of late. We already talked about how that is about, becoming wiser, extending your awareness and your consciousness, and becoming more aware and conscious of the deeper meaning to life, the spiritual deeper meaning to life. I feel like that really, really reinforces a spiritual pull you may feel toward your own healing, your own growth as a person and as a soul. Moving into the cards, as you can see, there are many different kinds of cards on the table right now. If you've already seen a reading with this spread, you can probably just skip this part because you already know what's going to happen here. But if you aren't aware of how this reading is going to work, we have the Major Arcana Tarot cards here. There are 22 of them out of, I think, 72 cards. And these cards represent major themes, the bigger picture, more long-term ideas. And over here, with the Magical Dogs Tarot, those are the other 50 tarot cards, the minor arcana tarot cards. And these represent more like details and short-term ideas. And I'm going to use these cards to get more detail into the major arcana card, the bigger idea. And then in the middle, these here are just cards that I made myself. And I'm going to pull one of them to see what else there is to say about the major arcana and the minor arcana combined. And then I will wrap up the reading by drawing out an index card, just to, get what little bit of information or confirmation there needs to be for this reading. Just give me 1 second here. Alright. Let's go ahead. Draw out a major arcana, the major theme, the big idea, the more long-term idea, potentially. I'll try to shuffle these as good as I can. It's a really small deck of cards. But what do we have here? Kind of feeling it. It's one of these. It's this one. And I have the Judgment card, which is actually very fitting. It really, really reminds me of whenever I said denying yourself the ability to heal is denying yourself the ability to see. Actually, let's read what's on this card. Well, I only wrote the things on this card in the reverse. Too hard on yourself, lessons, forgive self, low self-esteem. Lessons there is standing out for me because we talked quite a bit about learning and becoming more wise, more aware, and conscious. This card really just feels like confirmation to give yourself permission to heal and see more truth, more of reality, rather than fear and self-told lies about your worth. Or systematically told lies about your worth. The Judgment card has number 20 on it. 2 plus 0 is still 2, and the number 2 can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation on your mind as you have been watching this reading thus far. So there could be a specific person or situation that you are aware has caused you pain that you need to heal from and learn from, become more wise from. Number 2 can also be about creating peace and balance within yourself, which aligns really well with the idea of healing. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the last way that I interpret the number 2 is your choices and prioritizing what means the most to you. Do your priorities truly feel aligned with what you deserve to be focused on? I did talk about distractions. So for somebody, it does feel like you are focusing on something or someone that you don't deserve to be so focused on. But your focus is there for a reason. And I think it's important that you explore what that reason is and try to understand it. And what to do with it. Let's get one of these minor arcana cards over here. The Magical Dogs Tarot to get more detail into this idea of judgment. I have the 2 of Swords in reverse. We're off to the side a little bit because my setup is a little bit weird today because I have to charge my phone while recording this video at the same time. So don't mind that. Very interesting that we pulled out the 2 of Swords. We already talked about the number 2 with Judgment. And the 2 of Swords itself, that's definitely a choice. That's definitely a card about choice. And then the 2 of Pentacles is about priorities. 2 of Cups is about choosing peace, healing, closure. And the Two of Wands is about planning something, preparing for something. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, it feels like you're stuck with a difficult decision. It could feel like you're in a situation where it's like the lesser of the two evils. No matter what you do, it might hurt. No matter what you choose, to stay, to leave, to let go, to hold on. But if you let go, I think the hurt will be a lot more temporary if you choose to heal than if you hold on and keep yourself in a painful situation or keep your focus on a painful situation that has already passed. I just looked down at the time, I saw the number 555, which is about change and transformation. That really feels like confirmation to let this pain, these lessons transform you in a positive way. Let them empower you and make you stronger than you already are. Wiser, as we've been talking about, than you already are. As we said with the number 2, even more confirmation here of a significant relationship, a situation on your mind, to create peace within yourself and to really truly prioritize what means the most to you, including your own well-being and focusing on the present rather than dwelling on the past and worrying about the future. I personally see being present as a good way to make it known to yourself when you are dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. If your focus is on anxiety or depression, you're not being present. And I feel like being aware of that, you can use that to help bring you back to the present. If it's something that makes you sad, with grief, maybe there needs to be more acceptance. And if it's fear about the future, well, there's many different types of ways to overcome fear. Is it about being more honest with yourself about what you're truly capable of, what's truly possible for you? Or accepting that the fear is there and moving forward anyway with courage? You are capable of anything, and you can be anybody that you want to be. You are in control. I think that's really important to acknowledge here. Even though you may be stuck at a crossroads, ultimately, the choice is yours. The choice really is yours. Let's go ahead and get one of these cards here from this box. Okay. We have a card that says you are always safe and you are always secure. We have the root chakra down here, the number 222 and the number 999. We've already talked about the number 2 a lot, so I'm going to take that as confirmation. The number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. What can you let go of or walk away from that has a positive impact on those around you? Even if it's just as being some sort of role model. There's so many there's so many reasons why taking ownership of your choices matters, but one of them is being able to inspire others with the kinds of choices that you make. You might be hearing that alarm in the background, and I take alarms as a sign to pay attention. So pay attention to any opportunity that you have to inspire somebody else. You might hear that alarm in the background for a minute, so just don't mind it. But this really makes me feel that your ancestors are very present with you at this time to help you feel more safe and secure, so you can have the clear mind that you need to make a decision to heal, no matter what that decision looks like. The best way to protect yourself is to heal, because then that would prevent you from making decisions or going on opportunities that aren't who or what they say they are or present as, because you'll see it. You deserve to heal so you can see people and opportunities for what or who they really are. Let's wrap up this reading by drawing out one last card from these index cards. What other messages or confirmation could be useful? Card fell on the floor, as they often do. It says, I want and really need more in my life. This is such a human thing, in my opinion. I just talked about it, and I think in the previous reading about, or a recent reading, maybe the one before that one, something like that, how to me it's so interesting to me how we feel like we can't move forward, or that life isn't worth living if we feel like we don't have more to look forward to. And you could be feeling that fear. The fear of, this is it. There's no more. That's all. But that's a lie. There is always more. There's so much to life. It really is not fair to yourself to deny yourself the ability to see it. Like I said, denying yourself the ability to heal is denying yourself the ability to see. And I feel that if there's some grief or anxiety that you heal from or have a better relationship with, you wouldn't feel so pessimistic or worried about the future. This is also why it's important to stay present, because it's actually the present that creates the future. What you do now defines what you can or will do in the future. So maybe that could be a good motivator for someone like, hey, I'm worried about my future, so I really need to focus on what's happening now, so I have control over what happens in the future. And that's what anxiety is about, right? Fear of not having control. At least sometimes. And healing, being able to see, definitely gives you more control. That's for sure.